Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Glaff, and this is the Commander series. I believe we're on number 8 of 36. This is the Orvar the All-Form deck. Orvar makes copies of things. It's a really fun deck. I'm not seeing a lot of people playing this yet, and now that I've tried it out, I'm actually kind of surprised. So let's just read the card. He's a changeling, so shapeshifter. He's all card types, which is cool for certain things. I'll show you in just a second. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. Okay, and there's another ability. When a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. So you can, if he was in your hand, which isn't going to happen in Commander very often, and somebody makes you discard him, then you can copy anything you want, basically. But we're only going to be really worrying about the first part. So if you cast a sorcery targeting a creature you control, then you make a copy of that creature. Okay, so what's cool here is, so normally you don't, you can use something like Chain to Memory, and it can help you get to the point where this is kind of a control deck. You'll notice a lot of counter spells, a lot of bounce, and all sorts of things like that to help you get up to the higher end stuff, okay? So you can use that to help you get to there, or later in the game, and this is what I've used them for mostly, you have something like a Voracious Great Shark down. You target your Voracious Great Shark with Chain to Memory. Orvar creates a copy of the Voracious Great Shark. As it enters the battlefield, it counters target artifact or creature spell. So every time they cast a creature, if you've got Voracious Great Shark down, you can bounce him back to your hand and draw a card, copy him, make a new 5/4, have that one in your hand, and target their spell to counter. It's really pretty cool. We've got things like Spell Shield, which can save you. Maybe you attack in and it looks like they're going to get a good block where they do a 2-for-1 or something like that, and you end up killing one of their creatures, but they don't kill yours. Rookie Mistake, same thing. Now, read the card carefully. You might think Rookie Mistake, oh, that's cool, you get to copy 2 creatures, but because when target creature gets +0/+2, another target creature gets -2, -0. Don't try to do this on both of your creatures, because if you read it carefully, it says if one or more other permanents you control, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. And there's another keyword in there. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents, other meaning other than Orvar, so you can't copy him as someone destroys him and then get a new copy, because his ability only works on creatures other than himself. Okay, so that's a couple of the little details. You can Stolen by Fae, return one of your creatures to your hand, copy it, and make a whole bunch of fairies. We need a little bit of ramp in this deck. It really does help. Return your creature or theirs back to their hand. I've done a lot of both. Copying an instant spell is pretty cool. I haven't gotten to use Seagate Stormcaller much in this deck, but when I did, it was pretty cool. Run away together. You get to take one of their creatures out and copy one of yours, probably getting a cool, draw a card effect, or copy a creature that draws you more cards when you use it type of effect. Again, Depart the Realm to bounce. Absorb Identity is another bounce. You can theoretically absorb Identity and then turn Orvar, because he's a shapeshifter, into that creature if you need him. It doesn't happen very often, but it's still useful. Some counters. Um, it's a little bit more, it's an option, and it's a late game thing that can help out, but mostly it's just ramp. Draw cards, copy them, draw more cards, draw cards. We need a lot of cards in this deck. We can draw a lot of cards, and we need them all. Replicating Ring going off is really good. Again, drawing cards, and it's a wizard, and the tap down. Gadwick, it's a hard choice whether or not to put it in, but it turns out pretty well. Lull Mage, you can only copy your own creatures, so it's kind of nice to maybe take their commander and copy it, or just take their commander, or take a good creature that's beating you up and copy it. Solemn Simulacrum, every time it comes into play, you get to put another land down. You want as much land as you can with this, as many resources as you possibly can get, plus an extra card every time one of the copies dies. So lots of value there. Lithoform Engine, this is one of the reasons you want all that extra mana available. Really good stuff there. You can either copy the triggered ability, creating 2 creatures from the Orvar, or you can copy the instant spell if you need, and then still get the 2 tokens, but then do 2 different things with it, or bounce one of your own creatures, copy the bounce, and bounce one of their creatures too. Won't usually be copying a permanent spell, but that can be pretty useful. Most of the permanent spells you'd want to copy are the bigger things, and you're already doing a lot of that with spells. Bouncing, mostly I've been bouncing the draw card creatures, though there are some other times when you'd want to bounce something else. With Thassa, at the end of the turn, she picks up a creature and then puts it right back down. Voracious Great Shark, like we talked about. Cyclone Summoner. Orvar's a giant, so that's what we were talking about earlier. It's kind of nice to be able to just pick everything back up on the field except for Orvar and have the Cyclone Summoner down still. Recast all of your draw card creatures, stuff like that. Pretty nice to have a repeated 8/8 hexproof that you can then cast it one turn and then double it. Often I have enough mana to do this. Then double it a couple of times, at least once, and then go for the tap all permanence phase and kill them or bring them down far enough that it's easy to get through with a couple of hits from your flyers. Seagate Restoration for the cards, of course. Pursued Whale. Often you'll have a few 8/8s out on the board, 3 or 4 8/8s out on the board, and you just need to be able to get through. So you put that Pursued Whale down, and all of a sudden they have to attack with everything next turn, giving you some great blocks. And generally, if this doesn't work, you were already dead. And the reason they weren't attacking in with everything is because you're going to make some really good blocks, and it's going to be so much in your favor. So this has been quite a star in the deck. The Icebreaker Kraken, it's a good lockdown. You can get them to attack in and then put this down and then copy it for a few turns. Often that's just enough to end the game right there. The Labyrinth, you can save your own creature, make them make some bad blocks. By taking your creature out, and then they think that they're ahead, but all of a sudden they're behind because you remove one of their creatures or yours from the attack or block from combat. Faceless Haven, of course. Mystic Sanctuary, a lot of the time we just really need to get back a counterspell or a bounce or something to copy a creature with. So I've played this deck. Let's see, since it's been in this form, I've played it 8 times, and I've only lost one of the games. Hopefully I can really show you guys how this works and how great Orvar can be. Let's go and try it out and see if we can get some good games that really highlight the deck. Okay, kicker deck. Shellen Nursley. Let's read the card real quick. Okay, here we are. Back to. I think this is good. We've got the replicating ring. That's really great to start out with on turn 3. Generally, going to make it far enough to get it replicated out. This is a very control-oriented deck. It's a little worrisome to have these 2 huge creatures, but at least I've got a Sky Scanner that I can start replicating. The problem is I don't have anything to replicate with. So we need to draw into that and then start drawing a lot of cards with the Sky Scanner. So this comes out. Remember, it's 2 to cast, so that's part of the 2/2. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 for each mana spent to cast it. When you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 counters, copy it, and choose new targets for the copy. So this is a counter deck. They're going to be they got lucky and got their Ozolith right away, so they're going to be able to sacrifice the Verazal and put the counters right back onto it. The next phase. I think getting our ramp out first is probably good. We've got 2 creatures to draw cards with. I really would like to hold Didn't Say Please up for the counter next turn. It's hard not to want to do that. Orvar doesn't need to come out right away. And a lot of the time it's better to put a creature out first and see if they have anything that they want to do to that creature, and then get Orvar out once you actually can start replicating them. Reclaim the Waste, doubles it. Lots of ramp there. Good for them. That's pretty cool too, because then they can make this bigger and bigger each time. The Ozolith trick didn't work though. I think that they were expecting to be able to get counters back. Maybe not. Maybe they know perfectly well how that works. Okay. 3 cards in their hand that aren't land. It looks like we're probably safe to hold up for the Great Shark for next turn. I do want to get it down, and I'd like to start drawing cards, but we'll hold that up just a little bit. Hopefully get enough land soon to be able to cast Orvar and some other stuff. Okay, just have to interact with their deck a little bit. It looks like they've got 2 mana available, so that could be an Essence Scatter, but no, it doesn't look like it. And that pushes them back quite a bit on their plan. They'll still be able to get Verazal out pretty soon, but if we can get Orvar down and start rookie mistaking and stuff like that, then see 4, 5. I think that's the play. It looks like this is mostly a creature deck. Let's go ahead and attack in. We don't need to hold him up for blocking or anything. I'd rather be in the beginning drawing cards, making copies of my flyers. But right now I think it's really important just to hold their plan off a little bit. So see, we target them, Orvar copies it, and he quits. That's pretty rough. I mean, he might not have much of a plan outside Verazal. So getting the Great Shark any game puts you we're so glad to see that. That's why I was willing to keep that hand over maybe taking the free mulligan and going for a little bit more ramp and some cards that actually interact with Orvar more, because Great Shark can just shut down most decks. I mean, how many commanders are actually creatures? Like, most of them are. And so once you get that Great Shark out, it's really hard for them to do much, as long as you can draw into a couple of bounce or things like that. It'd be nice to start copying the Solemn Simulacrum first, but Again, with Great Shark, we might just go for that. We'll see what they do. I think when I post this deck, you'll probably have seen that I've written that it was broken. I really, really like it. So forgive me for playing into that broken meme a little bit, but I'm feeling like it's not so much better than anything else that it's broken. Obviously, that's not true, but it's such a good deck. It's really fun to play. There's a lot going on with it. Okay, held up a mana rather than attaching. Oh, it's a 2/2 equip, and didn't put the Akiri down. Maybe. Let's see why stop Akiri for now. But whatever he does, we can cancel it. We didn't say please it. Maybe we'll just mill those cards right off the top. I'm feeling like this is the time to mill. He's got something good coming up. Lord Juice. Gonna attack for 2. That's fine by me. Not gonna depart the realm yet. This is something I want to hold up, and they are not willing to. Okay, so it looks like maybe they want their combo. So whenever they attack, they get to draw a card. So they're going to attack in with a 3/3 and be able to cast a Kiri next turn. That's possible. Do I care? I don't think so. I think we need to start getting our combo out and not worry too much about theirs. Get another land out. Be able to have options to be able to put the Great Shark and then start returning our own creatures to the hand probably. Though these equipment decks can get out of control quick, so might end up just... Okay, do you have another land? No. Alright. Alright. I can give you that. Not too big of a deal here. It would be really nice to have another land. Suppose I'll probably have to unsummon the Solemn Simulacrum and then block with it. Maybe we can draw into that land. Could just Voracious Great Shark. I'm not sure what's better here. Start copying the Simulacrum and just block with it. Unsummon our creature. We could unsummon their creature. It's just, I think he won't do anything. He just held up mana that last time that we didn't do anything. So it kind of feels like that. This way we can block with the Solemn Simulacrum, stop them. Well, that's annoying. Well, I guess that's okay. I prefer you didn't do that. Let's just do this now. I would have liked to unsummon. Is he going to shock it? Yeah. So we still get the card, but we don't get the copy. So that's kind of a loss for the deck, but we still got a land. So not too bad. I'm gonna hold up here for the Great Shark. If nothing else, we might just ambush and kill the... Wow. Wow. Lots of stuff going on there. He gets that for free. Yeah, it looks like an ambush, which normally I wouldn't want to do, but in a situation like this, it's not too bad. He already used his shock. He probably doesn't have another... He's not running Snow Mountains, so he probably doesn't have Frostbite. So hopefully this is okay. And then we can always have the Great Shark out with Orvar in the next couple turns. So depart the realm. 6 to cast, Orvar. Let's draw a card. See if we can get our land drop. Good. Then attack. We might just take him down a little bit. We might just unsubstantiate the Fireblade Charger after he equips everything onto it. And do it on the attack so that he has to recast it. And I suppose I wasted a little bit of mana. I could have foretold this since that was the plan, but wasn't completely sure that I wasn't going to have to. Didn't say please, which still held back Disdainful Stroke, so that's good. Perfect. Perfect turn. Yep. There you go. There you go. Perfect. 6, 7, 6. We need one more to be able to do all of our stuff. Kioribes the Sea God probably just makes him quit, so let's go for it. We can all attack. If he wants to kill the Sky Scanner, that's fine. Nope, wants the creature. Not getting as much value out of Orvar, but you can see that there's enough going on here that we don't necessarily need him every turn in every game. Even just the little value we got was pretty good. So it's a 5/2. I mean, I don't really want to kill my shark, and we can take a little bit of damage here. I don't like the life gain. Okay. So this is probably where we want to be. He's going to stay tapped this next turn, so that's one of the reasons I didn't mind that. So Orvar is 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. So I don't have enough to Arcane Signet and Orvar and then hold back 2 for Depart the Realm. So this is probably better. We can all attack. It's not going to be able to haste for 9. And Depart the Realm probably on the Voracious Great Shark. I mean, sure. Maybe I'll Depart the Realm on his creature. Okay. The one bad thing about the Kraken is you can't bounce it. I do find that to be a little frustrating. Don't really want him to gain the extra health. Let's see, that's 19 minus, and then he can put down a Kiri. Well, I can still kill a Kiri. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Can gain control of this with all of the equipment on it. Do I want him to attack in with it? He'll just re-equip it up for free. Hello. I don't really want to take that damage, though, and give him that health. So maybe I should have held back the Sky Scanner and Departed the Realm on that after I blocked. That would have been the better play. Yes, that was the play. Okay, so this isn't ideal. I'm playing it really close here. Let's see if they put a Kiri down. Doesn't really matter if we counter it, but it still gives us another Great Shark, which is 10, 19 damage, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh no, because it returns it to our hand. Okay. Interesting. Pursued Whale, that's cool. Take the charger so he can't do anything with that. I think start with the attack. This isn't enough, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Well. Heliod. Hello, Bukente. That's all the big stuff. Can draw a few cards. I think I don't hate it, but I think we can do better. Yeah, yeah. This feels a lot better. And one of the difficult things is we don't have many actual castable first turn spells, and we often don't draw the castable first or second turn spells. So we're usually third turn. Okay, foretelling. Start off with the ramp. Usually better to put Faceless down on the third turn. Okay. Okay, I wonder if we'll end up stealing that. Prefer to steal the Heliod, but he never turns into anything for us, so if we can keep their board low, we'll just have to see. 4. Sky Scanner. Hopefully we don't have to spell shield without Orvar down. And hopefully we draw another land through either spell shielding after the Orvar's down or... Okay. Okay. Shouldn't you have casted that first? Oh, oops. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's draw that land. Excuse me. Perfect. Everything is good in the world. And they are going to be able to, let's see, let's hold that back. We'll see what kind of block we need to make. We want to spell shield this, but if they try to kill the Orvar, we'll have to just waste it, yeah, unfortunately. Oh, I can't kick it, can I? Obviously, that's a misplay. Okay. So we'll just copy this then for the extra card. Got a little chump blocker here. And something that can block the 3/2 if he decides to attack with it. No. Okay, so we'll just chump with the token because the token can't be returned to the hand, and often that's what we want to do. 6 mana down, that's enough to take the Heliod, take the Skyclave. Taking the Heliod is really nice. Because it stops them from their whole game plan. It leaves us in a bad situation this turn. But it really also, I think I'm not blocking. It really also, his deck probably revolves around that life gain and that indestructible creature and everything. So hopefully we'll be able to come back, and we can't use Cyclone Summoner now without giving him back the Heliod, but we still have the Pursued Whale, so I think that's okay. It's going to gain 2 health, and I take 5 damage. Ouch. Okay, I could start killing his creatures. He already used the ECD. He might have Banishing Light. I do worry about this a little bit. Unsubstantiate with Orvar out the next turn. Let's see, he's 6, 5, 6, 7, so I need 1 more land, and I've got that, so yeah. Seems about right. Still don't really want to block with this yet. If I do, it'll be soon, though. Doesn't get anything back. Has to attack with everything. It's tempting to kill the Linden, but having this 3/3 seems pretty nice to be able to kill both creatures next turn. So I'm going to start with the Skyclave Apparition. Wow. Unsubstantiate doesn't do anything for that situation. Cyclone Summoner seeming a little bit better. Hate to give him back the Heliod, but making him recast everything might be the best play. And we can keep doing it over and over again. So let's attack. Can do it at least a few times here. Attack with the Sky Scanner. Return everything except for Giants, Wizards, and Lands. Does that give us back our whale? Pretty sure it does, but then he gets to... Okay. I'll get another wall and all that. I get my 8/8 back. He gets his 1/1 back. Which, I'm on the attack now, so the 1/1 will just die, but I can recopy if I need to. I think, obviously, I have the better board state. We have to watch out for Sigrid, watch out for the Skyclave Apparition. Kind of resets the game, but kind of rough. At least, oh, this can't block, that's right. Okay. Okay. I think that they could still lock us down. I mean, if you look at the health totals, that was a rough position for me to be in. It's always surprising how easily people quit. Maybe he just wanted the next game and he saw what an uphill battle that was going to be. It definitely was, but I mean, he had an answer to Orvar. He had an answer to the whale. Maybe it was too rough. Just couldn't take it. That's pretty common, unfortunately. This deck feels like a lock. From my point of view, I wouldn't be quitting quite as easily, but if you're over there on the other side, I can see how it might. You just don't see how you could possibly win against it, but with that type of board, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that game was over. We can just put this out and then start copying spells later. That's not too bad to do. It's nice to have a creature on the board. Then you have to cast 2 creatures. I'm more searching for things that would kill the Orvar than anything else here, I suppose, though. Okay. 3. Let's see. May just be too distracted to even play this game with everything going on around me. Hopefully we don't lose it because the deck isn't working. Because the deck is working. Okay. Doesn't want to risk anything here. Rookie mistake. Does save ours, but doesn't kill theirs, so that's pointless. I think we can take another few points of damage for now, and then we can have Orvar out, and then have the ability to run away together, and all sorts of fun things. Okay, let me organize my hand and organize my thoughts here now that I can put pressure on. Hopefully they put the +1/+1 counters on the token, because we can just return that to their hand, but whatever they put it on, we can still return. That's not too bad. Alright, lots of options here. We can return the Stormcaller to the hand and copy Run Away Together, returning another, and recast it. Let's see, does it cast twice in that situation? Well, I haven't come across that yet, unfortunately. Maybe attacking in with the Orvar to get a good... No. It's hard without like a really powerful creature. The Seagate Stormcaller is really more niche. It's not... Maybe I could just let them have their turn. Could just return this to the hand and make a couple fairies and copy it, and then cast Rookie Mistake and copy it again on the attack. Let's just do that for something to do. We can either Spell Shield him or Rookie Mistake and then recopy the Stormcaller just to have another one. Okay, they don't want to mess around with that. I still want to do something. I want to copy the Rookie Mistake, I guess. Maybe just leave it and call that good. Got plenty of combat tricks waiting for us to... Okay, so he does put him on Rada, so she needs to go back to the hand. Not a good sign. Don't have enough card draw to stay in front of all this either. Suppose that's why we made these. And this won't go off, this won't go off, because we'll return, Run Away Together. Okay, so we just really need to have this down. So maybe even just playing this is okay and give them their extra cards, and then just return a bunch of stuff to their hand and keep them tapped down. Oh, that's complicated. There's a lot going on here. We can Seagate and then Run Away Together, returning the Seagate back to the hand, return Rada back to their hand, stop them from drawing the cards. That takes up the rest of their turn, but they still get to draw cards by putting Rada back down. Or Icebreaker Kraken starts us copying a really good creature next turn, and they don't get to untap. I like that better. They're still going to draw cards no matter what we do, but this way they draw more, but hopefully we have more value. We can keep the Rada tapped down forever and make a bunch of 8/8s. Put the Seagate down, Rookie Mistake, all sorts of things. take 2 from the fin, that's okay. I don't mind that at all. We've got more where that came from, right? Our tokens beat your card draw, I hope. If you're wondering, Icebreaker Kraken, you can return 3 snowlands and return it to the hand while it's in play. Not while it's in the graveyard. When I first read the card, I thought that it was also a graveyard effect. Okay, so we want to copy... I want to return Finn to the hand first. So we want to Seagate, Stormcaller. Don't need to kick twice. And then run away together. And then I think I'm going to return this to the hand, and the Lotus Cobra, he just gets to keep drawing and drawing and drawing. What I wanted to do was copy this, though, so I can't return it to... Well, I can... Yes, and then we can replay it. And the snake... Oh, that doesn't... Okay, how did I mess that up? This didn't get copied. So the copy of the spell doesn't work to actually make copies. Alright, my fault. I guess we learn quickly with this, don't we? Now he's not tapped down anymore. Make him recast Rada, I suppose. Maybe just put this back down. Oh, okay. I'm not blocking the Rada if she comes in. Let's see. Well, since we couldn't... Well, I guess I could have recasted it then. But I can't do all of everything that I want, unfortunately. We can Rookie Mistake and recopy that, and then Spell Shield and copy it again. Or Absorb Identity. Let's see, though. Yes, you get to draw cards. We'll mill you by bouncing everything over and over again, right? And you cast. Maybe it's because I didn't cast the instant. Okay, so that's going back to your hand. Hopefully he attacks in with more than just the Rada, because I want to be able to block and Rookie Mistake and not just cast the Rookie Mistake. Ideally, if I could block the Woodland Mystic or the, well, not the Lotus Cobra. I can do Nectar Pot or something. Guess it doesn't matter, though. This is the only thing I could kill with the Seagate Stormcaller. Okay, there we go. So we'll give that, but now I can't return to the hand. At least I get a good chump blocker. Demon Bolt. Wow. Do I let that go? If I do, I don't have a chump blocker, and I'm down to 10. 4. I can only copy it. 2. I guess that's going to resolve. Okay. See, that one little misplay, the Kraken, Ruins our day. At least, hopefully he attacks in with everything, and then we can just lock him down again. Okay. Oh, yes, good game. I'm so impressed by you. Let's see. It's 10, 20, 22. Making a copy of the 1/1 doesn't really do much. Oh yeah, it does. Got the Kraken at 4 now. That's nice. Locks him down. Suppose playing this doesn't hurt, but perhaps it does. I could. I have to save this for the Kraken. I don't have my any of the infinite card draw combos. Like usually that's what this is all about. Just drawing all of the cards all of the time. Can only attack him with the 2/2s and actually safely get in. Usually at this point, I'd want to have more flyers out and have their life total lower to be able to do what I need to do. Them attacking in with enough stuff that it actually matters so that we lock them down is starting to become a little bit more questionable as time goes on. And maybe Seagate Stormcaller doesn't belong in the deck. Not because it wouldn't be useful to then use, say, copy absorb identity and then use it on one of their creatures too and return it to the hand and do all these things over and over again. But just that the idea behind it was that I got to copy spells and then copy tokens with the copy of the spell, and since I can't do that, I'm not sure that it's worthwhile. Like I said in the intro for this, I haven't actually been able to play with it just hasn't come up in any of the games. So yeah, I get it. You're a head on board presence. Okay, get to draw a card. Good. Gonna have to keep them locked down, which means returning the Kraken to the hand. To do it on our turn. I mean, no thanks. And that gives us just wide enough of a board to be able to block, but then probably die. Casting this one now, I mean, at least then if they attack in, we can take one good block with the Faceless. They refill their board and refill their board and refill their board. You really want to have something ready for the Great Henge. I wasn't thinking about it, wasn't expecting it in this game for some reason. You can go against a deck with a Great Henge in it 10 times and not see one. So playing so much Brawl lately has got me not focusing on the Henge as much as I probably should. Oh, you got a flinger at me? Okay, you're gonna good game me again? Okay, you're touching everything. Yeah. Fight. Alright. you were doing that. You don't like my token. Well, my token doesn't like you. Okay. That actually does make his board a lot stronger. Okay. It's mostly chumps. Not gonna waste my card draw. This takes my Kraken, makes it one more to cast, but that's okay. I'll block with something. I want to at least take out one creature here, or do I? I think so. Let's give him another card. That's what I want to do. I want to mill him. I can't take the damage from any of these. So I guess we'll just do this then. I'm really hoping to be able to draw some cards next turn. Any cards in the hand? 8. Ha! You have to discard a land. Oh, or a fin. What did fin ever do to you? Okay. And tap them down again. Get the signet out. Not what we wanted to see. What we wanted to see was Gadwick. Gadwick the Wizened taps him down and then gives kind of a permanent lock with all of the Icebreaker Krakens we'd be able to use. Oops. Oh, okay. Supposed to be impressed. You're playing your deck out. You already won. I'm just seeing if I can eke out a little bit of a victory here somehow. I know that won't happen unless we just keep letting you mill yourself. Finding Gadwick. I think this board is definitely lost here. We can't tap enough Skewed Swarms to matter. I mean, okay. Fine. Still only have 3 creatures to attack with. See, now that trample won him the game. Like, that's enough to win. Okay. Are you bad or are you troll? I think you're a bad troll. Look at that name. Get Fit. Good game. Okay. Okay, Get Fit. Alright, we've got some card draw, and we've got a Gadwick. It's not what we want to see early in the game, but that's okay. No combat tricks, no doubling spells yet. But hopefully we draw into him and be able to counter the Vega. Probably start by countering. We don't want them to get into their card draw engine. Probably won't put him down because we'll have 3 mana open on an empty board, and then we'll want to put Solemn Simulacrum down and blah blah blah. Maybe we'll just hold back and see what they play and force them into win with more patience than they have. Okay. Or maybe just start casting things. Do we play our own game? Let them draw cards. Let's see how that works out. This could be a huge mistake, but at least got a 3 fairy play to return to hand, and then Okay. Oh, they like their foretells. So they wanna foretell a bunch of things before they have Vega down, it looks like. 4 unsummon. Get the Orvar started. So they're looking at the long game here. So maybe it was good to get a jump on it real quick before they start doing all of their tricks. They're gonna banish. They might have one of these is a Doomscar, quite likely. We didn't save mana up for unsummon or anything, but okay. Just keeping it going. Interesting. Alright, don't have a 4th land. I'm keeping the board like this for now. I really want to draw that 5th land, but they're going to start doing things now, so I think just stopping them from all of their things they want to do is probably a better way to play right now. Maybe, let's see, we have a wizard, we have 2 wizards, so Chilling Trap draws 2 cards and makes an extra Cloud Cannon. Just do that for now. Response to them unsummoning our creature, which is probably the best possible thing to have happen there. As it's only 4 to cast, we've got our land. Okay, so they probably want to put down their... Gets us back to 7 in the hand. They probably want to put back down Vega so they can start their card draw. No. No, what do you get back? Permanent. The cost 2 or less. Nothing. Okay. Just a card, I guess. Oh, not bad. We always need land in our control decks, don't we? Okay. Do I want to unsummon? Draw another card. I think so. I feel like holding on to this might be important later. We just don't have a land drop. There it is. It's just now we're a little bit heavy. It's going to be hard to cast all this and still hold up anything. For the counter. So casting Sky Scanner makes us discard. Casting this makes us discard. Lithiform Engine out doesn't really help right now. We could Stolen by Fae, make them recast this. Get a bunch of creatures. No, we can't. We don't have enough mana. 5, 6. That's 6 to cast, so we need 8. That's 3 to cast, so we need 5. We could do that. Get 3 of them, which Isn't really that great. I guess just go for the land. Still got 2 mana, and nothing to do with it. See, I don't like this situation. We don't have any interactivity on their turn, and that's a bad feeling against another control deck, and just with this deck in general. You almost always want to have something you can do on their turn. It just feels really good to be able to start copying the Solemn Simulacrum. Okay. Excuse me. Cure Best the Sea God. That's a good draw. That is a good draw. Could return that to the hand, get rid of the enchantment. We don't have any other than the Stolen by the Fae, which we could use on the Solemn Simulacrum. Just starting out this, and then we get a really good attack next turn. It's that we're just not playing the deck. It's not happening this game. It's going well. I think I prefer to be in this situation than theirs, but unless they've got, okay. Keep wondering if one of these is a Doomscar. With such a creature-heavy deck, it may not be. Yeah, I mean, if all you can do is return the commander to the hand, that's not too bad. I feel like it's a little too heavy. Maybe we need more little spells to be able to take advantage of all the stuff. I think getting these 2 out of our hand, good. That's what I wanted to see. And then recasting Orvar next turn is probably a good play. Have mana for Saw It Coming. Just all attack. And just counter the next play. Love to find a little, just a little something to, I mean, they get to draw a card anyway. Don't really want them to be drawing 2 cards, but I suppose let's actually counter what they do with it rather than it itself in this situation. It itself. Ouch. That's a good reason I might have wanted to counter that, but keep it at 5. Well, I can always take the Kraken, I suppose. Maybe it's good to let him have it this turn. So you get to scry but not draw right now. Gain 2 life. Maybe he does draw 2 cards. I mean, what do I take if it's not the Kraken? I suppose usually the commander is one of the main reasons I have this. This Kiora. So I can depart the realm, give myself an extra land. Or is that a mistake? No, I guess I still have enough for lethal. I feel like probably gets the Kraken right now, which would... Okay, so that's what you were doing. Interesting. Okay, and then if I Stolen by Fae, he gets his bird back. So that's... none of that is ideal. Attacking in, gets the bird back. He probably blocks the 8/8 because that's lethal. 2, 4, 6, 7. Could make him block with it anyway. So how much is this? 4. Get the 4 tokens, and that probably kills him next turn. Just put Orvar back down. Maybe hold up a counterspell. Since this is lethal next turn, I think holding up a counterspell just to make sure he doesn't do anything that stops us from... I could foretell this, but I think leaving it like that is probably better. Then he knows we have one. Right now it's kind of iffy. Sure, have your midnight clock. Have your Kraken. Have all that. I mean, there's nothing else. Sure. Let's counter it. There's nothing that he's going to be able to do for 2 mana that saves him. This is a very different game than I'm used to. Usually this deck plays out in a lot more... I don't know, I feel like I have more control over the game. This one was kind of just along for the ride and keeping up the value. But as you can see, it definitely works in that way too. And no reason to do anything else. Let's just attack straight in. Kraken versus Kraken. Is there something I'm missing here? Vago the Watcher. That'll be a fun one to make. I'm looking forward to it. Let's do one more. Veto. Yeah, this probably turns into something good. Third turn Orvar against Veto. He's not just going to kill it, but I mean that we can get so much land out. We can probably just play him, get a removal spell out of the way, and then hopefully draw into some more creatures, or they get to take away our best card. Stop looking at Runaway Together. It doesn't really matter which one he takes. Runaway Together is the most value, but either way, I'm drawing some good cards and all that, so not too worried about it. Seagate. Okay, here's your Here's your second play of the game. You have eliminate. Oh, interesting. And still nothing. Yeah, that was probably a good time to be. He knows we have chilling trap, so. Probably won't take the bait. But definitely looks like he's considering it. Okay. Think unsummoning on their turn is better. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 more land out and we can Seagate. Hello, Veto. Do I want to unsummon Veto? No, I want to get this guy out of the way. I've actually been wondering how this matchup plays out, so this is cool. Let's make some fairies. And that's, I mean, this isn't an uncommon idea. I mean, this is part of the deck, really. It's not that you don't expect this to happen sometimes where you just don't have the creatures. I mean, that's why we have so many bounces and chilling traps, stuff like that. Just really allows us to go for a little while and control them. Okay, so that's 7. Maybe wait until next turn. Maybe just play it now. Really, really need those. Excuse me again. Really need those cards. Let me draw 2 with this in my hand. Hello. I have an eliminate, Heartless Act. What's that other 2 to cast? Like to make me waste my chilling trap. If I were him and I had a 2 to cast spell, I would definitely block here, make me use my chilling trap, and then destroy the Orvar. But all this rope, I'm not sure what they're thinking. I'd love to keep the chilling trap in my hand. Maybe I shouldn't even. They've got Veto coming down next turn, and then 3. Yeah, I'm just going to end the turn. So that's 6 damage down to 29, up to 18 if he puts Veto down. So we're really thinking about something. What are you thinking about? Come on, let's go. Let's go. It's not that complicated. Maybe he hasn't read his cards yet. Is this a new deck for you? Sometimes you're playing against kids. Sometimes you're playing against someone watching a movie. I doubt this doesn't look like a troll, like a troll type of roping. Nothing to do about that. Stops him from Veto, though. I mean, still have 5 cards in the hand next turn. You just can't do anything. Gain 3 health. Hello, you should attack now. Put a land down, put a Veto down. I didn't. So when does it? It doesn't always. So spacebar was letting me cycle through those. It doesn't. Oh, okay. Guess that's fine. Not what I intended. So spacebar cycle. Oh my god! I was just cycling through the emotes with spacebar, but it also affects this. I never noticed that you could cycle through these. So once you click it and you click space, it cycles through. Okay. Okay. Definitely wanted to be using Seagate Restoration last turn. Hopefully that doesn't destroy our plan. It's not good, that's for sure. Alright, well, let's just stick to the plan. Okay. Okay. Watch this amazing comeback next turn with Cyclone Summoner. Maybe I should have probably held one of those back, or even two, since I'm going to Cyclone Summon. Probably just end up chilling trapping the Nighthawk Scavenger, so we can only do, well, it'll end up being 5 points. Alright, he's finally casting things. Here we go. Could also Icebreaker Kraken, since he'll be mostly tapped out. This is quite a bit of damage, though. I think do that. Don't have a wizard. These are just fairies. Ouch. I think I want to start here, though, and then I can copy this later. 6, so 7, 8, 9. Let's attack in first. Recast the Arcane Signet. Maybe Gadwick next turn. Hey. Well, fine. Well, that stops him from doing anything except what? Scorpion. That we see at least. What did you not want? I don't want that either. Having 2 Gadwicks down would be fun. Wish she wasn't legendary. Wouldn't that be cool? Have 5 or 6 of them down. Guess there's a reason they don't let us do that, huh? Let's see, 6, 2, Icebreaker Kraken. Maybe he's not that bad of a play right now. Get that land drop, put the Kraken down. So we need to save. So that's the likelihood here. 8, 9. If we spend 3 and probably get a land, and we can put the Icebreaker Kraken down. Oh, we could have spent 1 more because this will be 3 to cast and we'd have 3 land. Okay. Well, that's fine. Still put the Midnight Clock down if we don't get one. Let's see, can we put the Midnight Clock down and have 2? No. I think it's good to have a big creature. Tap them down. And eventually start casting creatures on their turn, casting spells on their turn and tapping them down for our turn. but it doesn't untap, so that's a good start. Great combo, Icebreaker, Kraken, and Gadwick. Especially once we can start printing them out. Let's print out some massive board of Krakens. He's got the... I'm surprised he didn't Murderous Rider the Kraken. That gives us a chance to copy it at least, so this is good. Maybe he wanted a Death Touch. Something? I don't know. I don't know why he would let us give us a chance to copy it here. Okay, that's not enough to Voracious Great Shark. We don't have any counter spells. Really need to draw into some stuff here. Sure. Probably want to attack him with 8/8 anyway. Okay, so that allows us to copy the Kraken. That's good. And it taps down Veto. I think that that's probably the best play. Oh, we don't have enough. 7. Nope. Too bad, too bad. Let's get this out. It's really frustrating not to have it. Let's see, could I... How much is this going to cost? 5, 9. So it's going to cost 3. If I absorb Identity, I can still cast it again. And it's already all tapped. Sure. Oh, I should have attacked first. See, that's what I was missing. I knew that I was missing something. It's like, what is happening here? This is a problem. Who cares? Missing 8 damage when they have 9 health. No big deal at all, right? Good play. Saves you next turn. Okay. Now, what can we do? Can't print more Krakens. 5, 6 mana left over for the Shark. Attacking with the Nighthawk Scavenger kills us. We have to have a flyer. If they kill this, then we just die. Don't have enough mana to counter, and the countering probably isn't going to help anyway, so let's just get the card draws up for the next turn. Alright. We see the way to kill a creature, and I see the game ending. All he has to do is use his Murderous Rider to kill the Sky Scanner. But he doesn't do it. I mean, there were several times when he could have done it, so I just assumed it wasn't going to happen. So that, I mean, that's missing lethal. When you gain health. Okay. So all he had to do is hit us with this, and then we lose. So I don't know. That's fine, though. We'll take it. So that's 6 damage. We can't block that. So that's 5 damage. Don't think there's much we can do here. Can't tap him down. We can tap down if we get the right cards. Hold these creatures tapped. We can't. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Chilling Trap. Stolen by Fae, Gadwick, return a creature to their hand. Does that work? Not enough to kill him. Not enough to copy it. Okay, so if I don't get this play right, so it's either unsummon or stolen by Fae. I think unsummon's good enough. Oh, to the... You didn't win me the game. This shuffles the library. Voracious Great Shark, yeah. Okay. Yeah, good game. With a form engine. And attack. Okay. Well, we ended it on a loss. My ratio in this set was, I think, 50-50, so that's not nearly as good as I was getting when I was testing this. But trust me, it does give you a really high win rate. So this is, with this version, this is the 12th game that I've played, and I've lost 3. Okay, so 12-3 is not bad. I really think... too bad I wasn't doing, when I was testing the deck and getting all the cards right, too bad I didn't just show that, because that was quite a fun process. It really I think you would want to play the deck even more if you saw the process of making the deck, because even before I had it tuned like this, there are a couple other versions. They've got like the, what is it, Vodalian Kraken, something like that. It gets +1/+1 and a counter, and you can copy it over and over again. If, you know, every time you draw a card, it gets the +1/+1 and a counter if you pay 1. I felt kind of taxed considering using that, so I didn't use it. There are some other things. Try it all out. See what you like the best. This is what I ended up with. It seems very consistent, much more consistent than we saw. But even a 50-50 with a new deck. I mean, how many times have you played against Orvar in Brawl? It's not a very popular one to see, but I think he comes up and he takes over a certain part of the Brawl arena. He's definitely got a space in there. Just like Cosima, you wouldn't think Cosima would be an amazing one. Orvar is going to be, I think he's one of the best. This is one of the most fun decks. If you like control, you don't mind ramping into a long game, you have a quest where you need to play a bunch of blue cards, whatever it is, I enjoy this. This is one of the most fun Brawl decks that I've played. Getting all those tokens copied out, just printing huge creatures, destroying them with Voracious Great Shark, ramping up with Solemn Simulacrum. It's all just so great. Actually getting to play that replicating ring, we didn't get to see it in any of these videos, but it happens pretty often. I think if you try this, you're going to like it too. This is one of my favorites. So good luck in the Brawl and have fun.